The law of attraction, popularized by the book The Secret, not only does not work, but it's very dangerous to use it if you happen to be in entrepreneurship, where the stakes are high and the margin of error very shallow. Let's get to it. I am the CEO and founder of Selfmastered, which is a high-performance training company. We help entrepreneurs and business leaders scale their businesses by teaching them 8 core high-performance skills that allow them to operate at peak potential when managing their businesses. Now, today I want to discuss a topic that probably going to piss off quite a few people, but is why the law of attraction is not real and why you should stop to be blindly affirming yourself that you deserve success and you're wealthy beyond measure and all of those things that some people believe will attract that prosperity to their lives. The law of attraction is a pseudoscience based on the belief that positive and negative thoughts can change a person's outlook on life. And the proponents of the law of attraction use a mix of cognitive reframing, so reinterpreting the meaning of your experiences, and also positive psychology. So it sounds like it works, but it's just ineffective. And in order to prove you this point, I'm going to refer to a story about one of our first clients. So one of our first clients was trying to build a company in a language that was not his. He was trying to build a company in English and he was not a native English speaker. When he came to this idea of the law of attraction, he thought, all right, even though I feel insecure about my language skills, I will going to start affirming myself that I'm worthy of success, that I really can do this, that it doesn't really matter that I don't have the linguistic skills to perform marketing for my business. I'm just going to affirm myself into prosperity. Without having a sound strategic plan, without really understanding the extent of that linguistic problem, if there was a problem at all, and without really taking into consideration all the necessary complexity to build a business. Now, 6 months after starting affirming himself, he had little to no revenue. He hadn't been able to make his business sustainable. So just by affirming himself that he was worth it, that he was capable of success, that he had a great business and that wealth and prosperity will come to him magically, he realized that he had been really wasting his time self-affirming without a proper knowledge of what was the bottleneck that he needed to solve. So when we started working together, it took us a little bit to really dive deep enough to understand what was the cause of that lack of performance. And when we finally got there, I said, all right, well then let's really create a narrative that helps you overcome those fears you have in your marketing. And what we did is create a narrative that actually helped him solve all his bottleneck one by one, and really use affirmations in a way that help him overcome the limits of his ability at that time. So in order to be super specific, it's true that this gentleman had a problem with his English speaking skills. It's true that his marketing wasn't enough to attract clients for his business. And it's true that he hadn't been doing all the necessary things to grow his business. So what did we do? Well, first thing we did is create a sound, systematic analysis and audit of his business and personal performance. What was working, what was not working, and what did he need to change if you wanted to see different results. Because remember, insanity is trying to get a different result if you keep doing the same things. So the first thing we did is let's really understand what's working, what's not working. 2, let's create a plan that solves this once and for all. So what it is that you need to do and learn and implement and execute on to make sure that you do not repeat the same mistakes. Then execute like a maniac. And every time you hit the limits of your ability, right? Because when you're trying to do something new, you're obviously pushing yourself outside of the scope of your possibilities, then affirm yourself in that position. So in other words, use affirmation to make sure that you push past the pain that comes from venturing into the unknown. So every time that he had to record a video for his marketing using, in his view, faulty or sloppy English speaking skills, he would affirm to himself, I'm able to do this, I've proven that before, this is no big deal. And then he got that video made. Every time that he launched a campaign on Facebook ads. Even though he was not a marketer by trade, he would just look at the data, affirm that he was able to do that, and did it. And over time, he used positive self-affirmation in a way that helped him really become better. So just to really drive this point home, instead of using the law of attraction of just, I am wealthy, good things are attracted to me, all that stuff that people say, he was so clear on what his shortcomings were. And he would self-affirm that he was capable of overcoming those specific hurdles. So instead of saying, I'm wealthy beyond measure, he would say, I am capable of recording a YouTube video in English because I've done it before, and I will do it again, and I will become better as I record more videos. That's the best way of using self-affirmation theory, which research has proven that helps in reframing past experiences in a positive way and actually nudging our behavior according to our core values, right? So next time you are tempted to affirm that you're wealthy beyond measure, it's a better play to affirm that you are able to overcome all the obstacles and hurdles that you are now facing, because you're going to put all the necessary action to make that a reality, right? So I leave you with this idea. Instead of affirming yourself wild blanket statements, really understand what you're not good at and affirm that you have the ability to learn the necessary skills to make that current bottleneck a future strength. I hope this was useful. Please let me know in the comments if it was. And of course, if you want a proven framework that takes this technique and puts it to steroids, apply to the Self-Mastered Performance Accelerator, we have a few spots for this month available. And if it makes sense that we work together, we'll be happy to scale your businesses by transforming your personal performance. See you in the next video.